got Michelle Chandler on the line with me. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate it as always. You're an inspiration to our community by being a servant and by being someone who's teachable, coachable, and makes this community a priority. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek into a awesome world with ChatGPT where we can train the ChatGPT to do things that you never thought you could do. And you can also create AI employees through ChatGPT, Gemini, you know, Claude, whoever you're using. It doesn't matter. They all work the same. So here's what we're going to do today. I already have an employee that's created, and this employee is focused on my social media. You can see I got a grant writing employee here. I have a social media content manager. I have someone who's in charge of my high ticket projects. I have Celeste Ward is her name, from Australia. She is my partnership expert. And I have a marketing brand specialist as well. So these are just some of the AI employees that I've built. I have a goal to get to about 20 AI employees. I think I'm about like 5 to 7 or something like that at this point. And we'll be building some new live AI employees on February 7th at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as well as February 8th. That's Saturday, Sunday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm very graciously, very appreciative of Mr. Jeff Trills for letting me co partner with this and for teaching his community, basically. So if you have not joined his community, there's a link below in the affiliates. And also, you can purchase this from my classroom. And so I'll show you that in a moment. But I want to get to the chase and what the training is about because I have just a short amount of time right now. Now, what I want to do is I want to use Laura Walker. She is my social media content manager. I always use her to make sure that I have a consistent brand in my social media. And so I have a problem today, and that is I have this picture of Kim Tracey, who's going to be speaking in the speaker treasury coming up this Wednesday and Thursday. And by the way, for anyone who does a bonus, there's a bonus day on Friday, which I'll get to in a second. But if you buy the VIP, it's only $27. Only the VIPs can attend day 3, the secret day 3. And they're going to be, I'm going to bless them with the ChatGPT prompts, and I'm going to have a volunteer come to share their screen. And for 2 hours with me, not 1, but 2 hours with me, I'm going to do my absolute best to help as many people build their own AI employee. So cool. And it's going to be particularly a bookkeeping AI employee because Kim Tracey is a bookkeeper. So I'm going to be training your Chat GPT on day 3 only for the VIPs only. There's no free session. It's only VIP. You're going to get an AI employee as a bonus that's going to help you do your bookkeeping. How cool is that, right? Whoop, whoop. What do you think about that, Michelle? Are you muted still? Okay.
I am so in.
You're so what?
So in for it.
All right. So let me show you how these AI employees work. I appreciate your feedback. So Laura is going to fix this image. As you can tell, it's probably pretty small to see, but I use this as a backdrop behind me when I'm on Zoom and when I'm here on school. And I'm usually in this area here, and it just is what is actually called the safe zone. Okay. But this is not very safe right now because as you can see, I have to move like this to have Kim's picture be visible. Okay. And if you look a little bit closer, the image, it's kind of hard to read the dates and the times. You can't even read this down here. You need to get bifocals down here because it's so small. You don't even know what she does. So we're going to fix all that. We're going to add my website. We're going to add a few bullet points that are 4 to 3 words each that would entice people to want to come to the speaker treasury this Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. So let's go ahead and get to it. Well, before I do this, just a disclaimer here. You have to learn how to do your prompts conversationally. Do not type them. Use the dictate button right here. This is a game changer. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Hi, Laura. You're doing a great job with all of the social media. I have a new project for you today. You're going to be helping me to fix the image that I've just uploaded of Kim Tracey. She's my next speaker, treasury speaker, that is going to be speaking this Wednesday and Thursday, which the dates are on the image that I have uploaded. Those dates are February 4th at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, abbreviated CST. Also, February 5th, which is Thursday, February 5th, also at the same time, 3 p.m. CST. Now, I want you to fix this image for me, and I want you to use the icon and the marketing logo of the eagle and the mountain in the background. And I want you to make sure that the image is vector locked. So that way it will be exactly the same as what you're looking at here. I need you to create a brand new prompt on how to recreate this picture so that it can be easily used on a Zoom background. I need you to actually fix a safe zone that is on, let's make this safe zone right in the middle of the picture so it'd be easier for me to not have to move to the left or to the right. Give me about an 80% safe zone in the middle of the image. So that way I can easily be in the middle of the picture. And the remaining 20%, make sure you maximize. I mean, maybe 80% is too much. Let's do like 60% safe zone in the very middle of the image. And the remaining 40%, you still need to have a bleed because at the bottom of the screen, things get cut off and they're hard to read. And at the top of the screen, things get cut off and they're hard to read as well. So I need about an additional 12% or 15% bleed on the top, the bottom, the left, and the right of all corners of this image. With the remaining percentage, maximize the real estate. Make sure you're using an image that clearly visually depicts that she is a professional bookkeeper. And within 3 words or 4 words at most, I need bullet points to be on the screen that are easily viewable as if you're using a cell phone and it's a thumbnail on like a thumbnail image like on YouTube. So make the fonts very big and like bigger than 30, 40, 50 font or whatever for the font number. Make them clearly visible, have them be appropriately matching the branding that is in the color scheme that I used with the eagle and the mountain. And also make sure that you highlight the following facts and make this more succinct, make this more to the point. But basically, Kim Tracey, you want to present these 3 to 4 word um, description of who Kim Tracey is. It has to be very appealing. It has to be enticing. It has to invoke curiosity. It has to be something that's going to drive people to pay for the VIP upgrade that's only $27. Now, that VIP upgrade for $27 does not need to be on this. We don't need to have that on there unless you think that that's a good idea, then put it on there. But there's not going to be very much space. So I'll let you make that decision. And then also, we need to summarize this in 4 points or less, 4 words or less per point. Number one, Kim Tracey has been a bookkeeper for over 3 decades, 30 years. Number two, she has experience doing the bookkeeping for business owners that have millions of dollars of revenue every single year, and she also has the ability to help brand new businesses. I think those are well enough points, so you'll have to summarize those 3 points in 4 words or less each. On the other side of me, so that would be on the left side of me, outside of the safe zone, which is in the middle. Then on the right side, where I needed to say the speaker treasury, I needed to say the dates February 4th, but because there's not much room, I want you to abbreviate it to February to just FEB, then the number 4, and then put 3 p.m. CST. Then underneath that, also put FEB, abbreviating February, then the number 5, and then put the time frame, which is 3 p.m. CST. And then underneath that, put bonus and make it be really flashy and make it be like pyrotechnics or something going off that really draws the eye, that it's um, bonus session only for VIPs, February 6th. So abbreviate it FEB 6 and 6 p.m. CST. And then here's the main thing I need you to do. At the very top, right above my head, but remember, you need to have a bleed of 15%. At the very top, right above my head, make it so obvious that the eye is drawn to my website, which is legacyblueprintnow.com. Go ahead and create that prompt for me now. Have you ever done a prompt like that? Just saying.
That's a
That's
whole
a
lot
whole
of
lot of
prompt.
Yeah, yeah. But the key thing is, I'm actually only doing one task in this. It just dictated it, it just translated it for me. I'm going to hit go. If I were to say to it, even though there was a lot of crazy detail there, if I were to say to it, create this image and then do this and do that, it'll break. It's not going to work. But even though that prompt was so detailed, I gave it one task. The overall task I gave Laura was to just simply write a prompt that will recreate this image. That's the only thing Laura's doing, is one task. And this is where most people get wrong, why it doesn't work for them, why ChatGPT doesn't work for them. So here you can see she's giving me some feedback. Got it, Alan. This is clear. What you're thinking about is exactly the right way for Zoom plus thumbnails plus brand consistency. Below is a clean, production ready master prompt. See what she's immediately saying? I wrote your prompt. That's what she's clear on, one task with lots of details in it. One task that you can drop straight into an image generator and recreate it and improve the graphic as requested. I don't even need to read this because I've already worked with her so many times. So all I do is I go down and, well, what I should do is make sure that the spellings are right in the name. So Kim Tracey spelled right. Okay. And that's really the only thing she usually gets wrong is spelling. February 3rd, 3 p.m. for bonus. February 6th, 6 p.m. Ooh, February 6th, 6 p.m. I didn't even realize there's double sixes there. Okay. I'm like, sometimes I have a squirrel brain too. Anyway, okay. Let's see here. Now I'm just going to simply say this, I'll type. Create the image. I'll go ahead and dictate it. Create the image using the prompt you just created. It's all right. Sorry about that. And then I just hit go. And now Laura, my lovely assistant, is going to create an image for me that is going to, we'll see what she does. And so this is going to be awesome. While we're waiting for this to start, I do want to reiterate that the speaker treasury, you're going to get like not 3, but potentially 5 days with me in a row. You'll have Wednesday when I'm hosting Kim Tracey at 3 p.m., which is February 4th. You'll have Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is February 5th. And then Kim Tracey will have VIP sessions on each of those 2 nights. And then Friday is 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's a bonus day for VIP only with me, and you'll get to do stuff like this on ChatGPT. It's going to be crazy awesome. And then Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time will be over at Jeff Trill's community. That's going to be teaching you to launch at least, I want to say 3 AI employees is what I'm going to teach you to do. I'm going to give you all the prompts. And now that, by the way, that's not free. That's $17 for the general admission and $37 for the VIP session. And then you'll have, that'll get you Saturday and Sunday with me at 9 a.m. Central. So I would be honored and privileged if all of you would take me up and spend just 5 days with me, 2 hours, 2.5 hours a day. Like this would be an honor for me to help you guys in the community. So the suspense is killing me here. She doesn't usually take this long to create the image. So this is kind of interesting. So while we're waiting for the image to get created, what questions do you have, Michelle?
I don't have
I
any
don't have any
questions.
questions.
Cool. Oh, looks like we're creating it. Look at that! What you immediately see, guys. There's my website. Exactly what I wanted. It'll get cut off a little bit, like it didn't really take my bleed instruction yet, and this is where I would do a second iteration. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that right now. But I would go in and I would say this is basically what I would say for the prompt to fix that. You did an amazing job, Laura. I think ChatGPT likes to be complimented. I really do. I say you did an amazing job, ChatGPT, Laura. The only thing I see is that, um, well, I think I need to fix it right now because she didn't do her job right. All right, so let's fix it right now, real quick, and I have to wrap this up in 2 minutes. Okay, Laura, a great job moving forward. I feel like you're really starting to see the vision of what I want. However, there's some corrections that we need to do right now because I need you to, once again, I need you to recreate this image and I need you to help me to write a prompt that will recreate this image correctly. Now, here are the changes that I need to have you make. The picture of Kim Tracey looks fine. It is in a good position. The dates and the times look fine, except I would really prefer for you to make the fonts about 50% bigger, like 150% bigger, because they're still really small. I have to strain my eye in order to read February 4th, 3 p.m. I want to make sure there's no friction with the customers that are going to be joining us for this event. So I want them to be immediately be able to see the larger fonts so they don't have to have their brain have to think very much. I want it to be very clear. I don't want them to be squinting. I don't want them to get their reading glasses. So make sure that you make the dates and the time much bigger for the font size, maybe even 200% bigger. I like how you did the bonus, so you can vector image lock that. That looks really good. And if you need to make it a little bit bigger for the font size to match increasing the other fonts on the dates and time, then go ahead and do that. The biggest two problems that need to be corrected is in the middle of the screen where it says Kim Tracey, professional bookkeeper, 30 plus years experience, $1 million clients, startups to scale. Brilliant job summarizing. However, that is located in the safe zone where my face needs to be. So I need you to reorganize and put that basically just the picture of the crowd in there, and that's it. A picture of the crowd cheering. And I need you to move that out of the safe zone. The middle of the image needs to be a safe zone that takes up 60% of the very center of the image. Okay. And so if my face is covering a little bit of the mountain, then that's fine. But that Kim Tracey and all that valuable information needs to be to my left, because on my right, it's going to say all the dates. So you need to rearrange that. So I suggest making the image of Kim Tracey smaller of some sort, or making the Kim Tracey's description larger and put it over her sweater or something like that. So you can figure out the best way to do that. But in the very middle of the image, you need to make sure that my face can be there. And I'm not going to have a hard time. That needs to be the safe zone. Make that a safe zone where there's absolutely no text in that area at all. And there's no valuable um, images in that area at all. And keep that area reserved for just me and make it a safe zone. And then at the very top, you did a good job with Legacy Blueprint Now. However, it is too close to the edge. So I need you to drop that down about 20% lower and readjust the image of the icon and the mountain and the speaker treasury and my eagle. readjust that accordingly. So that way, Legacy Blueprint now can have a buffer zone, another safe zone at the very top. So that way, it's not getting cut off on the screen. Go ahead and create that prompt for me now. So what I did at the very end was go ahead and create that prompt for me right now. I always do that because I want to make sure that Laura understands what her call to action is. Like just how we do call to actions in our social media, we have to remind the ChatGPT to what it's doing. So that way, if it's taking all these instructions and I tell it at first what it's doing, and then it takes all these instructions, it can get confused. So then I recap at the end. I basically do a bookend. This is what I want you to do. These are all the instructions. This is what I want you to do. So that way it's very clear and I reinforce what I want it to do. Okay. Go ahead and create the image using the new prompt. Thank you. Looks like it's still writing the prompt here for me. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of time. I gotta wrap this up in 30 seconds here. I can't end the video without seeing the end product though. So come on, Laura. Let's go. Okay. All right, here goes Laura. She's gonna recreate it. So this is gonna be cool. So hopefully this won't take as long because I really do need to go. I gotta be in a meeting in 12 minutes from now. And so, if you have any questions, put them in the chat below about all of the activities going on. And since I don't have a time to kind of update you about the last speaker treasury in a separate video, since we're waiting for this to create, I'm going to go ahead and update you on that as well right now, or we're waiting. So first and foremost, congratulations to the 27 people who won vacations. I want to explain what I've been trained on by Daryl Hannah so far. Number one, you can use this vacation. It's either 1 to 2 years or something like that. Thank you, Gene, for making the comment about it. You believe that it's a 1 year booking period. However, I think that Daryl has said that he's booked things out a little bit further beyond that, but I have to confirm that. And you're probably right that it's a year because I think that that's hard to schedule things 2 years out. And so there's that. And then you can have four people go, two adults and two children that are over 12 years old. If you have children that are, man, see, it basically recreated the same exact image, darn it. So I'm going to have to give it a better prompt and I'm out of time right now. But I think you can see. No, well, let me finish real quick. If you have, I'm feeling too stressed for time. I'll do a separate video on the detail on the vacations. Just comment below if you have any question, or actually, I comment on the other temperature time comment that I did about the vacation. So going back to this real quick for the sake of training, I'm ultra frustrated at this point because I just feel like I gave her some very clear instructions. So let me try one more time real quick. And I really need to go, but here we go. All right, Laura, I'm getting super frustrated. Can you tell me why you're not able to put a safe zone in the middle? And tell me how I need to correct the prompt so that way you could just simply move the description of Kim Tracey and her description over to be in front, to be like overlaid on top of her sweater. Can you tell me why you're not able to do that? This is a key prompt that is huge because I just gave it some very explicit instructions and it failed. So now I'm going to ask it, why did you fail? Okay. So now it's going to say what I should say. So when you say 60% dead center safe zone, no text, no imagery, nothing valuable there, the model hears that as guidance, not as a hard constraint. It will always try to rebalance content. So let's see here. I don't have time to read this, so I'm just going to say, okay, great. So put into action the suggestions that you said in order to fix the situation and recreate the prompt, please. So let's see if this works or not. Is it still writing? There we go. And guys, this is why we do a 2 hour VIP session. Sometimes it doesn't knock it out. Actually, not sometimes, like very often, you have to really go back and forth quite a bit with ChatGPT. So thanks for letting me do this on the spot. I may not nail it for you, but I can tell you that I can nail it if I have more time. Use your new prompt to create the image now. Thank you. So I'm gonna give ChatGPT literally another 2 minutes, and then I like because I cannot be late for my next meeting. I just hate to leave you all on a cliffhanger here. Come on. Yep. Okay, there we go. Now, this is my final attempt because I'm out of time. But if we were in the VIP right now, if it didn't get it right, I have some other ways that I can prompt ChatGPT to fix it. And those will be really valuable. So you'll need to get the VIP. It's only $37 for that workshop. It's 2 days long to learn how to create AI employees. I'll also be having some bonuses that are in the VIP folder only with besides the replays. You'll be able to get, because the general admission for $17, you do not get any replays with that. You have to buy the VIP for 37. Now, guys, if you're not finding value from what I've been teaching right now, then I would want to check your pulse, because I just shared a lot of things. I did not gatekeep anything. I was actually showing you 80% of the how. Like, you could literally just watch the video that you're watching right now and go create some craziness. That's awesome. But you don't know how to create the actual employees correctly. So you do need to be in the room for the training on how to create the employees, because there's actually a way that I do it that makes it much more effective. And trust me, you won't be able to figure out my process until you come to the meeting, because it's pretty sneaky awesome ninja skills. So, Lord willing, this is going to work this time. And while we're waiting, I just want to say this: if you have any requests on the different types of AI employees that you would like me to create, please comment those below and tell me what type of AI employee. Now, what you want to do is you want to think to yourself: if I had an extra 10,000 a month, how would I spend it on an employee? How would I get a virtual assistant overseas, and like, what would their duties be? And one specific thing I need you to abide by is the employee has to be focused on one task. They can't wear more than one hat. ChatGPT, or doesn't matter if you're using Gemini or Claude, is not going to work. You need to have a singular focused role. And that's a big secret that I'm just releasing for you right now. I'm okay with the top. Looks like it didn't drop it down as much as my liking, but it can only work with so much. We're getting closer. And by the way, as if you're made it to the end, thank you. I will be going live with Kim Tracey. Yes, it did it. Woo! All right. Sorry, I'm
Awesome.
like clapping into the mic, clapping into my microphone, but I'm crazy excited. This is exactly what I wanted. Does not look. How does that look, Michelle?
That looks great.
That looks great. Awesome. So I'm gonna download this. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna download it, and I'm gonna compliment it. Laura, you're amazing. I'm so proud that you're my employee. Thank you for correcting everything. And I just leave it. I just like to do that. I don't know if that does something for ChatGPT. I don't know, but I don't care. But you know, and it's being nice back to me, saying you weren't picky, you're just being professional. It's so nice to me, and I trained it. That's how you can train the temperament of your employee. You're going to learn how to do that on Saturday and Sunday. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I have to run. God bless you. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.